Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. It's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, it's the 5th of the month. Woo! It's the 5th of the month. Hopefully, your July 4th was going good. What's going on, big dog? Roof, roof. It's the 5th of the month. Everybody likes July 4th. I did a flip on the Bone Thugs Harmony song. It's called Get Up, Wake Up, Get Up. It's the 1st of the month. Instead, it's the 5th. So it's a play on words. It's a flip. Different energy. Uh, just something fun to do. I'm thinking about things that have happened on July 5th. I was just thinking to myself, 1687, Isaac Newton, great work, Principia, published by Royal Scots in England, outlines his laws of motion and universal gravitation. In 1811, July 5th, Venezuela's Declaration of Independence. Uh, 1852, Frederick Douglass, fugitive slave, delivers his "What to the Slave is the 4th of July" speech to the Ladies Anti-Slavery Society in Rochester, condemns the celebration as a hypocritical sham. That's interesting. 1865, U.S. Secret Service begins operating under the Treasury Department. Interesting. 1994, Amazon.com in Bellevue, Washington, founded by Jeff Bezos. I did not know that. And in 2004, first Indonesian president election by the people, first round of eventually won by Sulisio Bawumia. Interesting things. I'm not about to go into everything that has happened great on July 5th, but that was just interesting, some of the things that have happened. I'm just interested about July 5th. This is just something to flip. 2018, I have one hell of a hey. Wow, that's funny. Great one. Yeah, big dog. I could imagine. There's some hangovers out there. Hopefully, folks have had, a good 4th of July. Of course, there's people who have, their thoughts and things about that. I definitely have a whole bunch to talk about, things that I would mention now, stuff that I could wait for till later on in the night. It's so much to talk about. Like I said, I guess good and bad or whatnot. But I guess I'm just focusing on the good right now. I'm just glad that everybody is safe. And I have a I don't know, a public service announcement to make. Since it is July 5th, and I know there's a lot of people out there who still have illegal fireworks. And in certain areas, the police have let things slide. The local law enforcement have let people, let off their illegal fireworks and, get this up. Boop, 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 boop. So I like they're shooting outside if you're in the neighborhoods, if you're in the hood areas or whatever. Okay. My public service announcement is this. It gets annoying after the 4th of July. You letting off the legal fireworks because, now it sounds like you're shooting. You don't know if people shooting for real. You don't know what's going on. July 5th, if you got a couple of fireworks to let them off, get it out your system. By tomorrow, end it. And the reason I'm saying that is because it gets annoying. July 10th, July 12th, sometime going into August, it's like boo, 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 boo. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. Come on. I mean, we get it. You happy, you excited about fireworks. Don't blow your hand off. Don't get yourself all discombobulated because you're trying to celebrate. And just be safe out there. I tell people don't use illegal fireworks at all. Save it to the professionals. But people, folks are gonna, play with fire. So, I mean, that's just what that is. So, buyer beware. And then it's not like you can go return the fireworks anyway. So, you know, after today, that should be it for the fireworks. Now, if you want to keep going at your own risk, the risk of getting arrested and getting in trouble, and then nobody really caring about whether or not you're losing a hand or finger because you're out there doing something that's dangerous and illegal. At the same time. So yesterday was a free for all. I commend the local law enforcement for not turn it into a situation where you could have, did the roundup and, really made some things real difficult for some folks. So that I appreciate. With that moving forward, you know, I'm glad that, a lot of folks made it through safe. I know there's been crimes and stuff like that committed. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. It's summer, it's hot. People want to do what they want to do. But I know there was a lot of barbecues, big dog letters, like you said, you had a hangover and stuff like that. I mean, the biggest thing with, 4th of July, any day, is just you trying to make it through, make sure your family is safe, make sure everybody's good. I didn't realize this was here. This is a hashtag. Hashtag be safe. I'm a sticky note. Okay. I just noticed this here. Sorry, I got distracted. Um, I'm here doing a whole bunch of other stuff while I'm talking to you as well. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, where else do you go with that? I'm just really, like I said, I'm just really glad to make it through to another day. People have some controversial views about Independence Day and the hypocrisies, that exist with it. I'm not going to get into all that. That's probably for another time, for another situation, another live stream or whatnot. I'm just happy to be here in this moment today. What it means to me to wake up, to be appreciative. It's the 5th of the month. People are always worried about the first, and the last, and the 15th. I don't know. You got checking something coming through. I'm grateful for each day. So I guess if I had to put anything on this live stream, let each day be as important as you would make a holiday. Let each day be as important as you would make the first of the month. I mean, it's the 5th of the month to me is just as important as the 4th, as the 3rd, as the 1st, as any other, day, like I said, because it's another day that, God gave you life and we breathe it, and I think sometimes people take that for granted. It's just like you just slugging along. Oh, okay, gotta go to work, gotta do this, gotta do that, and just getting along to the next day, and then you're waiting for the next holiday, you're waiting for the weekend. It's Friday night, and we're gonna get it. I don't know, but I don't know. Like I said, I just try to be grateful for every day. Find some solace, find some peace, find some love, find some joy in each event, in each time that I'm alive. I was glad to be alive yesterday, glad to be alive today, and it's the 5th. I mean, I don't know. Celebrate each day. Don't celebrate just one day. Celebrate the fact that we have life. Celebrate independence, celebrate freedom. Each day that you have it. Because I mean, as a black man, in America, it wasn't always this way. So I mean, I celebrate freedom every day. Not just on Independence Day. And there's people that feel the way that they feel. Marriage Coach Lynn, thank you. Appreciate you for being here. It was awesome to give you the tour, around the church. Thank you for coming through. But just like I was saying here in the chat, I mean, every day is a celebration. Just being grateful for life, the opportunity to get up, and just, be appreciative to what's before you. Now, every day ain't as sunshiny as today. Every day's not a sunshine rainbow day. Some days are dark clouds. You're looking for the silver lining, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? No, it was great meeting you as well. It's great meeting you as well. I told Melody, that it was an honor to meet you. I appreciate you for coming by. You made me feel like special. I appreciate that. What's going on, Lulu? Love you. Appreciate you for coming through live from Nova Scotia. It's the 5th of the month, folks. Don't let Independence Day, the fact that it's going, don't let it get you down. Um, you're blue. Yes, you are blue. I gave you a wrench. I did that. Molly Dolly, you got one too. There you go. Yeah. I had to upgrade. I had to give some wrenches out because there's trolls and stuff like that that come through to the chat. So that's what it is. Yeah, no, definitely, Lulu. It's all good. I just try to make sure I want to keep my live streams together and whatnot. So if any trolls, anybody come through says anything negative or that's uncouth, anything derogatory, racial, homophobic, anything like that. That's not what I'm about. I had my first 4th of July yesterday. Yeah, that's cool, Molly Dolly. I tell anybody, for the 4th of July, it's a great experience in America, especially if you're coming, in from, another country, Providence, a place, where you're another culture. It's definitely a cool thing, despite all the controversy aside, some people, say there's hypocrisies that existed with Fourth of July because while they were celebrating some independence, there were certain people that were still slaves. So that is what it is. But it's celebrating the freedom of independence from a tyrannical British I guess empire, whatever the case may be, because at that point America was like a colony, so we don't want to be a colony anymore, and the rest. The rest, as they say, is history. Not to go into history, but it is something to celebrate independence, at all, and then there were certain things that needed to be done as we moved on in our history, in our time, civil war, stuff like that, civil rights. I don't know why they always call it civil, but it never seemed like it was civil. Maybe it's because it was each between each other. I don't know. Mm. And I agree, Lulu. Love you. Happy Thursday. Forgive me if it sounds more like a ramble. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through for the watch time. There was a couple of people that wanted me to go live last night, but I was drained. I went to a Thanksgiving service for vets and then had too many ribs. Yeah, well, listen, shout out to all our veterans out there, people who serve the country that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Molly Dolly, and you probably had some good ribs. I don't think our vets get enough love, get enough support out there as they should. But that will change. That definitely will change. And there's a lot of great things going on with different services throughout the year, that happen for the vets and just happen as far as American culture. We got Easter, we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got 4th of July, we got all these American things, Memorial Day that's coming up, all these different things, Labor Day, all these things that happen and whatnot, So, Memorial Day's passed. Sorry about that. I got my stuff all messed up. My aunt Dolly served as an army nurse, so I celebrated her. Yeah, I remember you told me about that, Molly Dolly. That's awesome. Shout out to you, but not just the American veterans, but shout out to those folks who've served and made the ultimate sacrifice. In all countries, that have fought and died for just causes in their countries and stuff like that. That have fought to fight for freedom and stuff like that. It's not just Americans who fought for freedom, around the world and stuff like that. So shout out to all the veterans of wars out there who are fighting for for peace and freedom, making a sacrifice and a labor of love, for their country, just for peace around the world. So we've had so many people who've done that, and I don't think they get acknowledged enough, because Americans are not the only ones that have fought wars in this world. They're not the only ones that continue to fight wars. So that's just one of those things, And thank you for folks being here. Salute to the people that were here, and I know somebody just left. Shout out to you as well. This is just a chill kickback live stream. It is start off with high energy. I'm just winding it down. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few, but I'm here. I don't know if you folks have anything on your mind. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about, what they did over July 4th. I hope that you had a good one. I hope that you were safe. I hope that you were around safe situations. By the noise of fireworks where I was it illegal? But non-stop. Yeah, it was probably illegal, Molly Dolly. Because that's normally what happens on the 4th of July. There's a lot of amateur fire. I don't know what you call them. I don't know if there's a lot of amateur fireworks specialists, if you want to call them that. That let off stuff. And then you wonder to yourself, where do people get these illegal Chinese fireworks? But we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Nobody's judging. I just hope with that, as it pertains to illegal fireworks, that nobody gets hurt. Wannabe pyros. That's what you would call them, Molly Dolly. Wannabe pyrotechnics. On Halloween. I was about to say, Halloween. I did say Halloween. or July 4th. That's the biggest thing I try to tell people to worry about that. Although I'm a Canadian, it was a great weekend. Yeah. They had, not too long ago, they had Canada Day or something like that. I don't know if that was the first, but July 4th has become more of a fireworks holiday. It's more internationally known for that, as far as things go with that. It's something that to do. It's just an excuse to let off fireworks. And I just tell people to be safe out there, because I don't want to see people losing their hands or throwing side of their face off or whatever the case. I didn't work last night, so I didn't see the aftermath. Well, yeah, Molly Dolly, I could imagine and venture that there were, a couple of people who had some bad situations going on. So, I mean, some of those things you probably don't want to see. And, like I said, thoughts and prayers to those folks out there, those lost souls out there that took it a little too far. And like I said, this is not about condemning anybody, but also to celebration. So hopefully, and I know there was a lot of good food that was out there. Big Dog Leather said he had a big hangover, and that was what that was. I tell anybody for any holiday, anything like that, try to drink responsibly out there. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're getting all tipsy and crazy. And if you are going to get drunk, if you are going to get sip on, try to be around people that you love, that care about you. Don't be around a bunch of strangers and stuff like that. So that's just one of those things, whatnot. And yeah, I kind of put it in mind and put it in the perspective of, you want to do, but not too much. You want to celebrate, but not, overly. I mean, you want to have moderation, any and everything in moderation, and that's just what it is. And it is today. There's everybody got to go back to work, and folks is not feeling it, and I don't know. Maybe I'll call out today. Maybe I'll take was it today's Thursday, maybe, and people call out Thursday and Friday. Maybe I'll take a 5-day weekend or something like that, and then do that. But the parade in my suburb was so amazing. The people getting used to the difference of the population. That's cool. That's cool, Molly Dolly. I mean, it's good when people, are civil. It's good when people, get together and just enjoy the company of folks, and it doesn't have to be about any negativity or things like that. I mean, I definitely appreciate stuff like that. Fourth of July for me is a toss up. Sometimes I feel like going out there, sometimes I don't. If I'm already out there, then so be it. I'll brave the elements. Yesterday I was just drained. I was tired. I said, you know what? Spend time with the family, and it'll be what it's going to be out there. I didn't even watch any of the fireworks. I heard fireworks. I just didn't watch anything. I know they were probably in the sky and whatnot doing what they did. And, shout out to everybody that went out there and had a safe time. And, especially folks in New York that got a chance to see the fireworks and whatnot. That was a good thing, and now here we are on the 5th of the month. And like I said, the premise, the main focus of this live stream is just to highlight the fact that, you know what, every day should be a celebration of independence. Every day should be a celebration of freedom, of the liberties that we do have, of appreciation, not just for the 4th. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. It's the 4th, July 4th, so the fireworks, all the fanfare things come for July 4th. But this is just a reminder that, hey, whatever freedoms that you were celebrating yesterday are the same freedoms that you should celebrate today. Fireworks not included, though. Fireworks not included. I mean, celebrate the freedom, the possibilities, life. Just Us Hambricks, appreciate you. I would like to know your thoughts, Just Us Hambricks, on the 4th of July. What are your feelings, on that whole situation? Because I know you probably have some different thoughts about that. And I appreciate, folks, if you hit that like button, it lets YouTube know that you appreciate this live stream, that you love this live stream, that you fantasize about this live stream. Nah, but in all seriousness, please hit that like button. I celebrate June 19th. For those that don't know June 19th, please let us know what June 19th is. Like I said, I would love to, illuminate the people and whatnot. But I still would like to know your thoughts on the 4th of July, because I know you probably have some strong ones. Very true. Independence is a privilege. Sadly, for some, don't get the right to freedom. Yes, Molly Dolly, and that's something that people need to understand. That there are places in the world that people are still not free. There's places where societies under totalitarian or communistic rule, to the last day of the new slaves were free. I knew you were going there. But not everybody knows. Not everybody knows that. That's definitely interesting though. I mean, today people don't realize, and I was reading this earlier before you came through, Just Us Hambricks. People don't realize that on July 5th, Frederick Douglass gave a speech talking about the hypocrisies of July 4th. What year was that? I was just talking about that. It was Frederick Douglass. Let me see, what year was that? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. 1852. July 5th, 1852. Fugitive slave Frederick Douglass delivers his "What to the Slave is the Fourth of July" speech to the Ladies Anti-Slavery Society in Rochester. Condemns the celebration as a hypocritical sham. That was Frederick Douglass back in a time when you could get killed for speaking like that. So that's interesting. That is definitely interesting as it pertains to that. But I'm not trying to take away and like bring any negativity towards the Fourth of July, because different things mean different things at different times or whatever the case. You know, um, I guess people celebrate it for different reasons now, but there was a hypocritical nature to it at that time. What I'm coming from now is that if you're celebrating independence, if you're celebrating freedom, celebrate it for what it is now. I mean, now we have the freedom and whatnot. Back then, the historical connotations of it gets crazy. To each his own. Everyone has their own celebration. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to leave it at that, just so sandwich. You just have to really just leave it at that. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to tell anybody, that had nothing to do with what was going on back then, that they can't celebrate, and have fun with the family and do the whole fireworks thing. Now, I mean, do I want to take the historical context away from it? Do I want to take the reality away from what it actually was? No, I don't. But at the same time, I'm not going to try to ruin anybody's celebration. I'm not going to see people doing all the fireworks, do with the barbecue. Say, hold up, wait, stop the fireworks, please. This is a sham. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Mm. I had to drink water. I had to drink water. As Australians, it's fun to see an American holiday and how my aunt celebrated great community spirit. We had something called Red, White, and Boom on the 3rd of July, but I stopped going. People kept getting shot, and this. Oh man, so sorry. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad when people are getting shot and whatever. Ghost Mafia, what's going on? Ghost Mafia, what up? What up? Um, I'm just here. I appreciate if you hit that like button, people. I appreciate it. If you don't, you can hit the thumbs down button too. It's all good. Still love you. Yeah, but that's kind of sad, Justice Hammers, when you have celebrations and people get shot. That's the ugly truth of it today. A lot of people do get shot around this time or something like that, because people take the fireworks and the celebration and all that stuff too far. So I just tell people, it's summertime, it's hot outside. Don't take things too far. Try to be civil. Try to remember that. It's just about having fun. It's just about going out there, relaxing and enjoying yourself, not taking things too seriously. Letting people just live, letting people be who they are. Just enjoying each other's company and whatnot. So that's just where I go with that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Now it's just to the next celebration. And the messed up part about having the Fourth of July in the middle of the week, is that when you get to when you get to the weekend, it's kind of anticlimactic, because everything that you've done is on that Wednesday. So now when you get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're kind of like, I'm all partied out, or maybe you're not. I see the Madison in the ER every night. Hold on, I see the Madison in the ER every night. It was nice to have a night off and see people joyful. Yeah, well, Molly Dolly, it's good to see people joyful, laughing, and enjoying themselves. You know, um, I guess then you get back to the madness. When the time comes. Thoughts and prayers to those people out there. Everybody getting shot, so I stopped going to certain things. They even stopped the Juneteenth festival here because of all the shootings. Wow. So you mean in the day that they were supposed to be celebrating free slaves, they were shooting as well? That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, realistically, I mean, sometimes it's the civility and decency goes out the window or whatnot. That's sad. That's sad, Hamburgs. That's sad. I mean, a day where you're supposed to be celebrating free people, and then, wow, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder what's going on in society. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how I keep from going under. Wow. Wow. I mean, I guess you take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Some folks just go to stuff and don't know the meaning of it. Yes, yes, yes. Unfortunately, this is true, Justice Hambricks. A lot of people go through things, don't know the meaning of it, don't understand the significance of it. Even with the 4th of July, there's some kids out there that go out there and they just let off fireworks and they use it as an excuse just to, make loud noises and, disturb the peace and whatnot. And that's not what the originality of it. It's just to celebrate the independence of, being a British colony and breaking away from some tyrannical rule and stuff like that. They didn't care this new generation. Some of them are ashamed of themselves, ashamed of the slaves. Well, I mean, you could be ashamed of your history. You could be ashamed of where you come from, but you can be ashamed of the history. But at the same time, if you don't know where you come from, as the old timers say, then it's hard to know where you're going. It's hard to know where you'll be. And I tell anybody that. So, don't be ashamed of your history. Even America with its history, America has a tatted, tainted, very controversial, very, you know, um, interesting history. I mean, there's a lot of questionable things that have went down in American in the confines of an American culture, American history. They're good things, but they're bad things as well. We don't have to go through all the negativities and things that have happened. You can go through history and see for yourself. Be it to the foundation, be it to the slavery, be it to the wars, all kind of stuff that have happened. I mean, but there are innovations and stuff like that that have happened as well. So it's a controversial thing with America. There's ugliness, there's beauty, there's all that exists. I mean, America is probably a window into the world of what we could be, what we shouldn't be, what we will be. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to erase. They were trying to get all the pictures that they're taking down just to show successful ones and say they don't want to suffer. Yeah, well, I mean, it's sad, Justice Hamburgs, when it comes to history. You don't want to just show the successful stuff. You don't want to just show, the pretty pictures because they say, as an old saying goes, it says the brighter the picture, the darker the negatives. So you can show all the bright pictures that you want, but nobody wants to talk about the dark negatives. So those things exist, and to try to hide that is definitely hypocrisy. A man who turns a blind eye to history is doomed to repeat it. Yes, Ghost Mafia. Yes, yes, this is true. I believe that. you know, it is a situation where you want to see the whole picture. That's why I don't knock anybody for talking about the other side of independence because, while we do celebrate Independence Day, from the colony, from being colonized by Britain, right? There's still the ugly truths of the slavery, of the mistreatment of people within America, of stealing of land from Native Americans, Mexicans, stuff like that. Like I said, I try not to go too deep into that right now in this live stream because, like I said, I'm not trying to depress anybody, not trying to get too deep, but those things exist. So I don't knock anybody for coming at that angle. I just say it's a time and a place for it. So just understanding the time and the place for that when you want to have those conversations and whatnot. Sometimes the conversations and the time for that is not at the barbecue, even though it could be depending on who you're around and depending on how things are transpiring. Right now, in this moment, I'm just glad that folks are safe. I'm glad that folks are living. That you're here with me, which I appreciate that. That we're transpiring and we're transpiring. Things are transpiring always. That we're transitioning and going on. You have to point it out. Though. Yeah, yeah, Hammers. You have to point it out, but not at the barbecue. If I'm biting into my burger and I'm sitting there having a good time and I'm watching a game or I'm doing something, unless you really, 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 really have a valid point to make, maybe that's not the best time. While we sit up there watching fireworks, maybe that's not the best time. There are a lot of people who do not like the Mexicans but celebrate Cinco de Mayo every year. It's hypocritical. Yeah, it can be. There's a lot of hypocritical things that people do in society and whatnot. You try to point it out where necessary, but at the same time, try not to make it overly heavy-handed. That's the thing. Sometimes I can say it works both sides. One side of it is hypocritical, which it is what it is. But the other side can be heavy-handed to where the point was you preaching to folks, and it almost comes off as self-righteous talk and holier than thou speaking, or I'm better than you, or I'm judgmental. It can come off in different ways. Like I said, if it's a discussion, it's a point of things that need to be illuminated and brought out to the forefront and fine. Because the same thing about these conversations is that, which I don't like, is that these conversations will only come around like the holidays. They're only had on those days. This is a conversation that you can have, you know, you can have anytime throughout the year. Random, is that yes, it is. It is the Rat Pack on my wall. That is a photo I've shown many times. It's a prized possession. I definitely love the Rat Pack back there. But I see you looking at the pictures. A lot of people always notice those pictures. I mean, that picture, but they don't notice those. Those are actually really special over there too. It has some ones in front of me, but that's what it is as it pertains to that. Um, yeah. But nah, this would definitely been cool. I can't see them. They're there. We all learn from our mistake as a history. The lesson there is to teach us where we went wrong and right, so that can make better decisions in our future. Uh, Lighting this off. Yeah, okay, cool. Got you. The lighting is off. I'm going to a Cubs home game Saturday, so I'll learn about baseball. Yes, Molly Dolly, I'm happy for you. I'm glad. I'm almost jealous of you because I would love to go to a Cubs game myself. It is an awesome experience. I think you're gonna have a great time because Wrigley Field is definitely a historic American society, a culture, institution. In baseball, America's national pastime. I went to a Mets game not too long ago. Mets versus the Pirates. That's like people celebrate Christmas with spreading hate all year round. I'm over it. Well, Justice Hambrooks, people do hypocritical, you know, negative things all the time. I guess opposite things of what's what. I mean, people have, I guess, the right or the choice to be hypocritical as they see fit. But the question is, while other folks are practicing the hypocrisy, what do you practice as an individual, as a person? It's not so much about what the other people are doing; it's about how do you respond to it and who are you. I play ball back on the day. Sorry, my phone lagging. It's all good. It's all good if your phone is lagging. I'm surprised my phone is not lagging right now here too. And I'm grateful for the three people to be here. I know people were here for a little bit. They probably saw me rambling on or whatever the case and said, I had enough of Mel Mel. Let me keep it moving. But I appreciate you folks for coming through even for a minute. My pitching was trash. Listen, it's not so much about your pitching and all that other stuff. The fact that you played, the fact that you were around, the fact that you did what you did, that's what the awesome part of it all was. Woo! There you go. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. There you go. It's all good. Oranges. No, I don't have any oranges. I need to get some oranges though. I need to start getting dressed to get up out of here too. But for the most part, this has been an awesome live stream. Did I play? Did I play what? I played all type of sports. I played baseball. I played basketball. I played hockey. Maybe tabletop hockey. I've never played the real hockey. Um, I said football, basketball, baseball, soccer. I mean, of course, you could tell my sport, by my form, I was probably more into basketball and whatnot. Football, I got into a little bit later. What I really wish that I would have played and stayed with, I wish I would have played baseball. But Molly Dolly, I get the hint, and I'm out of here too. Um, I didn't plan on staying too much longer, but I appreciate this. So I'm about to get up off of here too, because I know when people start leaving, that's the signal. You got to go, and I got to get ready to get to work myself. So as always, I appreciate you folks. Love you folks. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Get up, wake up, wake up. It's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up. It's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up, wake up. It's the 5th of the month. Get up, wake up. It's the 5th of the month. It's the 5th of the month. Later. It's the 5th of the month. Ghost Mafia, Molly Dolly, Justice Hambrooks, Coach Lynn, everybody. Woo!